Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, November 28th, 2017. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. We saw a few athletes make some major jumps this year in the women's physique division. And somewhere right at the top of that list lies the name Rosella Joseph. Now that she's wrapped up a spectacular 2017 campaign that saw her lock up her second career pro win and second straight Olympia berth, one of the most improved athletes in the entire women's physique division is already putting in some serious work. Late last week, Joseph was spotted knocking out some heavy back training as she starts to load up for her 2018 campaign. All season long, Joseph consistently brought her best at every single opportunity. So if she can keep that consistency flowing, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't expect to keep seeing more of the same come 2018. At some point in their career, every athlete worth their salt has a set where they have to scratch and claw and fight to hit that 10th rep. But only the great ones manage to dig deep and keep pushing past that point of mental and physical fatigue. So, I guess now we know which of those two categories rookie standout Regan Grimes falls into. Over the weekend, Team Grimes released some video from one of their latest arm training sessions as the Canadian big man officially enters into Phase 2 of his off-season program. Making the move out to Oxygen Gym in Kuwait a few weeks ago seems to have done this kid all sorts of good because he's already starting to look like a new man. But once he gets another solid 6 months or so under his belt, I have a feeling that this guy is going to be all sorts of dangerous. Unfortunately, over the years, I've seen injuries put the brakes on way too many careers in their prime. But it doesn't look like we're going to have to worry about that with longtime veteran Ken Jackson. A few months after undergoing surgery to fix a ruptured tricep tendon, the Michigan native is finally starting to look like his old self again. Over the last few weeks, we've seen a slow trickle of training videos begin to make their way out of the Jackson camp as he continues his road back to the 2018 season. If you can remember, it was just a few years ago now that it looked like Jackson was on the verge of breaking through into that next tier of elite athletes. And as long as he can keep the injury bug at arm's length, it'd be nice to see him get back to competing at the level he was once again. You'd think that after a long year of fighting and grinding and competing that Jose Raymond might want a little R&R. But then again, when you're in a zone, sometimes the best thing you can do is just sit back and ride the wave. Less than a week removed from putting together another awesome performance in the open class at the Ferrigno Legacy Classic, the Boston Mass sure didn't waste any time jumping right back onto the horse. New video from Team Raymond dropped last week featuring a little late-night tricep training as the old vet looks to take full advantage of his latest post-show rebound period. Even though it may not have been reflected in the placings, when you really look at what he brought to the table this year, it might have been the best season of Jose Raymond's historic career to date. So, I would not be the least bit surprised if a lights-out Jose Raymond showed up in Columbus, Ohio 3.5 months from now and found a way to claim his second career Arnold Classic title. Let me tell you something. You've got to be one brave soul to even attempt to train legs on a stomach full of turkey, mashed potatoes, and pumpkin pie. So let me be the first to give Juan Morel an official post-Thanksgiving Day salute. Over the weekend, Juan Diesel released video from his post-Turkey Day leg demolition, where we see the New York native take full advantage of a pretty empty-looking scene over there at Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym. My sources tell me that Juan's been having a great off-season so far and is planning to hit the New York Pro stage next May with a vengeance. And when you've got a focused and ready Juan Morel fired up on stage in front of his hometown crowd, that could be one of those rare moments in the sport that makes you realize what it is that makes this bodybuilding thing so darn special. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.